Okay, so imagine this. You've got the highest court in the country dealing not just with the law, but with this really messy mix of personal history, public personas, and, well, trying to figure out what justice even looks like through an apology.
Yeah, it's quite something.
That's the drama we're diving into today. We've looked at court documents, reports, basically everything surrounding this 2011 case in India's Supreme Court involving Seeman, a well-known director and politician, and an actress.
Right.
And our goal here is to unpack how the court's handling these really personal claims and, frankly, public denials, and what that tells us about finding a resolution.
What's really striking about this case, I think, is the court pushing towards reconciliation. It's not just about legal points. It feels like an attempt to manage the emotional fallout in the public spectacle.
Okay, let's break it down. So the core issue goes back to a relationship the actress says she had with Seeman.
Between 2007 and 2011.
And she alleges it was all based on a promise to marry, a promise she says was false, which then fell apart when he married someone else.
Exactly. And that led her to file an FIR.
Right, the first information report. That's what gets the police investigation started. So now Seaman's facing some pretty serious charges under the Indian Penal Code. We're talking things like cheating.
Section 417, 420.
Yeah.
Cheating, also sections covering assault, even criminal intimidation, 506, plus charges under a specific Tamil Nadu Act against harassment of women.
Wow. And this whole Supreme Court case is happening because a lower court, the Madras High Court, actually refused to just dismiss the charges against him, refused to quash the case.
Precisely. And now, at the Supreme Court level, Justices Nagarathna and Mahadevan are, well, they seem very keen on finding a settlement. They even put a temporary pause on the case back in March 2025.
An interim stay, right? To give time for talks?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To explore possibilities.
Yeah.
Justice Nagarathna apparently said something quite direct, like, she is the lady. Let the man apologize, bring an end to it.
So the suggestion was basically Seaman files a statement, takes back any allegations he made, says sorry, promises not to bother her.
And in return, the FIR gets quashed. The whole criminal case goes away.
But here's the twist, right? Because it's not that simple. The narratives are clashing.
Oh, definitely.
The actress's lawyer, Shadon Farasat, pointed out that Seaman apparently went public, denying any settlement on the same day he got that court protection.
That's awkward.
Yeah. And Farasat also claimed Seaman had called the actress a sex worker publicly, and that she felt she had to move away, live in Bengaluru for 10 years because of threats from his political party.
Nam Tamil or Kachi, yeah, they're quite influential. Farasat also brought up this detail about a ceremony.
Oh, right, the Mangal Sutra point.
Yeah, that Seaman deliberately didn't use the Mangal Sutra, that necklace symbolizing marriage, suggesting he never really intended to marry her.
But then Seaman's side has its own story.
Of course. His lawyer argued the complainant has attacked him in interviews and they need time to formally respond to file a rejoinder.
And didn't one of the judges, Justice Mahadevan, also bring up her past statements?
He did. He questioned why she had praised Seaman publicly before, kind of highlighting the change in her tune. It adds another layer of complexity.
It really does. So you've got the court pushing for this apology, but can that really feel like justice, given everything alleged? Or does it just look like a way out for a public figure?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? For the complainant, an apology might feel completely inadequate. But the court seems to be looking at the alternative years more of litigation, public fighting.
Dragging everything out.
Exactly. And weighing that against a resolution that might, at least bring some kind of closure, even if it's not a full legal victory for one side. It feels like a move towards maybe restorative justice in a way.
Trying to mend rather than just punish. Justice Nagarathna's words really stick out. See, you are not small children. Please get out of all this and lead your independent lives. Why do you want litigation?
It's a very human plea, almost.
So the case is adjourned until September 24th. That interim stay only lasts till then. And the warning was clear, right?
Crystal clear. Justice Nagarathna said if Seaman doesn't apologize, his request to quash the case will be dismissed. The pressure is definitely on.
So we've seen the court strongly suggesting an apology. We've heard the conflicting stories, the serious allegations, the denials. The clock's ticking to September 24th.
It really puts the spotlight on what an apology means in a legal context like this.
Absolutely. In this age where everything is under scrutiny, what does it signify when the highest court proposes an apology as a solution? Is it just practical, or does it acknowledge that some wounds, especially tangled up with public image and personal history, need more than just a legal judgment?
It makes you wonder, doesn't it, how an apology might work not just as admitting something, but maybe as paving the way for a different kind of ending, a different kind of peace, perhaps.